So where does this leave you as we approach Christmas?
No, in no worse a position than I started. And I think for me, that is some sort of miracle. With everything that's been going on in the world, and with the year that we've had personally, we've had work issues, I've had health issues. At one point, the doctors wanted to sign me off work completely, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. I can't afford to just protect my health and not work. I work for myself. I've had clients that haven't paid bills this year. And so that's been problematic. So has my partner. But we've been, I think, tighter this year, but in a positive way. We set it up as a challenge. We've done a no spend year this year. And I think although we kind of weren't in a position to spend anyway, having it as a no spend challenge, and I've got the rules stuck on the wall in my office to remind myself, because I'm historically bad with money, and turning it into like more of a challenge element has made it feel a little bit less negative and forced upon. But the fact is that the money wasn't there to spend anyway, so it was just kind of a nicer way of doing it.
It's a great way of dressing it up, calling it a challenge, I guess. And you've obviously, if you say you're historically not great with money, you've had to learn. Are there any basic tips you can pass on to anyone else watching at the moment who maybe, like you, simply hasn't got the money anyway to spend, but you still have to find your way through the year?
I think we've really thought outside the box, and Olio has been an absolute lifesaver, which is an app you can get free stuff through. I think it started out as predominantly food. I'm not endorsed by them. I'm just a big fan. It started out as food, but it really opens up. It takes away the stigma, I think, of if you started using, say, a bottle of shampoo and realised you didn't like it, you can give away that half-opened item that normally would have been rubbish. And thinking outside the box with stuff like that, and being better between family and friends of saying, well, I've got this and I don't need this, and who else could benefit from this, and breaking what has been sort of the norm. I think opening up conversations about money as well. I think part of that, of it being a challenge, has made it easier for me to talk to friends and family about money than it would be if we were just flat out struggling. It's meant that we've been able to have, that slightly fun spin on it that makes it feel a little bit less icky to talk about, but really we should be talking about it more. You don't know what help there is available until you put your hand up and say, I need help. I think we've done a lot of, if something's broken, instead of just going out and replacing it, first we've gone, does it need replacing? Have we got something else in our house that we could use? And it's funny because I do decluttering as part of my job. You think I'd be good at this. So it's been quite fun to put that spin on it. And then we do need this thing. How could we repair it with something we've already got? And then worst case scenario is what's the littlest thing we can buy to repair this item, so that we can keep using it. But I've been surprised the number of things that I thought I'd have to buy this year that I'd given myself like an exception, and then I still haven't had to buy them. That's shifting that mindset.
Do you think this is going to stick with you? As you say, you're historically bad with money, right? Do you think this has changed your mindset permanently moving forward? Not that you'll necessarily have to be quite as thrifty, but you won't be as wasteful.
Oh, 100%. I learnt my money habits from my mum, God rest her soul, but she was horrendous with money, and my sister went the other extreme. She's very good. My dad's very good with money, and I don't think I realised until COVID hit and it became even more of an issue, and my health declined, and we had all these issues, that I realised how bad I was with money. So the first thing, admit you have a problem, and then start making those changes. But also I'm having so much more quality time with my daughter. We're using up cupboards worth of craft stuff because we haven't bought any craft stuff this year. And actually, I think the quality, although there's a lot of stress around money still, don't get me wrong, being able to pay the bills, but there's lots of areas of life that have become less stressful because we're not spending. I find going into shops horrendously stressful. It's so overwhelming, bright lights, big noises, don't like any of that. And I haven't had to do it. It's great. It's been much more peaceful. So I think this is a change that will stick and will benefit so many different areas of my life now moving forward. I want to make sure that my family is financially crisis proof as much as it can be, and that we've got a really good buffer, but also that our overheads and our expenses aren't as high that when finances dip again, which I'm sure they will one day, that we can weather it better. And that actually I don't need things. I just need my daughter and my partner and our health. And that has definitely come to the forefront this year with everything that's happened.
Brilliant. Jess,